Thank you for taking the time to watch this short video on TSheets, how to navigate COPE Flagging's electronic time card system. This video will cover how to clock in and out from your scheduled shift and how to clock in and out from your lunch and rest breaks. You may still have questions after watching this video. Please text those questions to your dispatcher during business hours, and they will have the appropriate office person reach out and help you. First, what is TSheets? TSheets is an electronic time clock and scheduling application for your smartphone. You will receive your daily schedule in TSheets. You will use TSheets to clock in and out of your shift, as well as for lunch and rest breaks. You can use TSheets to see how many hours you have worked for the day and for the week. TSheets submits your time cards for you daily, so no more extra trips to the office to drop off paper time cards. TSheets also has a time off request feature, which allows you to request days and time off of work to go to the dentist or to take a vacation. First, you will have to download TSheets to your phone. One of the COPE Flagging office staff will send you an email or text message inviting you to download TSheets to your smartphone. Tap on the link and follow your phone's directions on how to install the application. Every person has a unique user ID in TSheets, which will be the first letter of their first name and their last name spelled out. Some people have similar names. For those individuals, you will be assigned the first letter of your first name, your middle initial, and your last name spelled out. You will be told this information in your initial text message to set up TSheets. You will be able to create your own password. Make sure it's something that's easy to remember and falls in the guidelines designated by TSheets. Once you have logged into TSheets for the first time, you will be brought to the overview screen. The overview screen has most of the information you need to use TSheets daily. The top box of the overview screen shows your daily schedule. Most individuals will only have one project in the schedule. However, if you are scheduled to give lunch breaks or working on multiple projects in one day, you may see more information here. The second box shows you how many hours you have worked today. You can also tap on week total or pay period to see how many hours you have worked this week. The third box in the overview screen will give you a summary of the number of hours you have worked on each project. Scrolling down on the overview screen takes you to a view of some of the projects you have worked on recently. The project overview gives you a basic information about the projects as well as giving you a way to clock in and out from that specific project and to read posts that your dispatcher or human resources have shared for everyone on the project. The bottom of the overview screen has a navigation buttons that takes you to all the various screens, including the overview screen, the time clock, where you can clock in and out for your shift and breaks, the timesheets tab, where you can review your past time cards, the project tab, where you can see all the projects assigned to you, and the more tab, where other features are located, including where to request days off of work. Clocking in is easy. From the overview screen, tap the name of the project you've been scheduled for. Next, review the information. Does the job name and address match what you expect? Are you scheduled for the work you expected? Today, for example, I am working as a flagger on the J.E. Dunn project on Airport Way in Portland. Once you have completed your review, tap the green Clock In button and you're done. There are several alternate methods for clocking in. We will go over the most common one right now. From the bottom of any TSheets window, tap on Time Clock. In the time clock screen, the customer that is automatically populated will be the last customer you worked for. Tap on the customer name to open the list of customers you could be assigned to work for. Next, you will tap on the name of the customer you'll be working for on this day. In this example, we are going to be looking for Goodfellow Brothers, so tap on that customer name. Next, you will choose the name of the project you are working on. For this example, we will be working on the Peter Court parking lot. Select the project by tapping on it. Once you have selected the project you will be working on, TSheets automatically brings you back to the time clock. Next, we are going to tell TSheets what work we will be doing today. Start by tapping on Service Item. Tapping on Service Item will bring you to a list of options to choose from. Each project has a different set of service items available to them. Make sure to select the service item your dispatcher requested you use. To select the service item, tap directly on the words. Today we are going to be flagging, so I'll tap on Flag Irregular. Next, we need to tell TSheets that the work we will be doing today is billable to the contractor that we will be working for. Tap Billable on your screen. As a field employee, your time will always be billable. Make sure to tap Yes here. Tapping Yes lets TSheets tell our accounting department that we should be billing the customer for the work that you have performed today. Once you have selected Billable, there is one final step. We'll next tap on Contractor Signature. As a reminder, a contractor signature is required at the end of your workday. It is important to our customers that they have verified the work that you have done each day. For now, you will tap on Not Yet, and we will revisit this at the end of your workday. Now that you've completed all the fields on your time card, you are ready to tap the green Clock In button. Now let's get to work. Now we will be talking about breaks. There are two kinds of break you may take during your workday. The first are rest breaks. Rest breaks are 10-minute paid breaks that can be used for a variety of different reasons, including but not limited to bathroom breaks, shade breaks when the weather is hot, and warm-up breaks when the weather is cold. Anytime you are taking a break away from your work activities, you need to be clocking out for a break. The other type of break you can take during your workday are lunch breaks. Lunch breaks are at least 30 minutes long and are unpaid. They are also required by law for any shift over 5 hours long. Remember, it is your responsibility to check in with the contractor at the start of your shift and to ask when your lunch break will be scheduled. If the contractor tells you they are unable to give you a break during your workday, you must immediately contact your dispatcher so they can send someone out to give you a lunch. Clocking out for rest breaks is straightforward. As a reminder, anytime you are not working on the job site, you should be clocked out for a rest break or a lunch break. Start by tapping on the yellow Take Break button on the time clock screen in the TSheets app. Your options for rest break will show next. Tap on Rest Break or Paid Break to begin your 10-minute paid break. Once your break has started, you will see the rest break screen on your phone, which will let you know how long you've been on your paid break. At the end of your break, tap the yellow End Break button on your screen to go back to work. Clocking out for your 30-minute unpaid lunch breaks, begin with the same step as you took for your rest break. Tap on the yellow Take Break button from the time clock screen. Next, you will tap Lunch Break or Unpaid Break from your options. Remember, if the contractor asks you to take a longer lunch break because their crew is taking a longer lunch break, you may do so. If they ask you to come back early from your lunch break, make sure you contact your dispatcher for additional instructions. While you are on your breaks, you are able to safely navigate away from TSheets to do any additional activities you may choose to do on your phone, such as viewing social media or making a phone call. TSheets will give you a reminder that there are 5 minutes left on your break before it is time to clock back in. When you are ready to clock back in, open TSheets, go to the time clock screen, and tap End Break, and you're ready to get back to work. At the end of the day, there are several steps that you need to take in order to clock out. We will go over those now. First, you will need to locate the site superintendent or project supervisor for the contractor you are working for. Make sure you're on the time clock screen in TSheets. You can verify by looking at the navigation bar at the bottom of your screen and making sure time clock is highlighted. Next, scroll all the way down to the bottom. You will see an area there for gathering a signature. Once you have located the site supervisor and informed the person you will need their signature, tap on the Add Signature line. You will then need to hand your phone to the contractor to get their signature. Ask them to use their finger to sign their name, then tap the line below their name to ensure that we have a copy that we can read in the file. After they have completed their step and handed the phone back to you, tap Save. Saving the signature will bring you back to the main time clock screen. Make sure you have scrolled all the way to the top and check on the following items. Is the correct customer selected? If not, tap on that customer name and make the appropriate adjustments. Is billable marked as yes? If not, tap billable to make that change. Is the contractor signature marked yes? If not, tap that line item to change the signature to say yes. Is the correct service item selected? If not, tap on the service item and make the appropriate adjustments. These items were all covered earlier in this recording. Please take the time to review them again, and remember, if you have any questions, you can always contact dispatch for help. Before we tap on the Clock Out button, we are going to cover one additional feature of TSheets, sending notes to your dispatcher or your project team. There are two types of information you can pass on to your dispatch team: a note or an attachment, which would generally be a picture that you would want to share of the site or a document. Notes and attachment can be shared at any time during the day. However, your dispatcher may not receive notification of your note or attachment until the following morning. Do not use these fields for leaving time-sensitive information. After you have tapped on Add Note or Attachment, a screen will pop up with your options. If you want to share information only with your dispatcher, choose Timesheet Note or Timesheet Photo. Timesheet notes should be used to communicate any information with your dispatcher. Timesheet photos should be used to take pictures of truck sheets, damage to signs, or any other visual items you wish to share. If you want to share with every flagger on the project, choose Project Post. Remember that anything shared as a project post will be visible to everyone within COAT flagging. Please only use this for sharing useful information that will help everyone perform their work better. People who abuse this feature in TSheets will have their options removed from the application. Once you have saved any timesheet notes or photographs, you will be brought back to the time clock screen. From here, all you have to do is tap Clock Out and drive safely home. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video on how to clock in, take breaks, and clock out using TSheets. You can always text your dispatcher or call the office during business hours if you have any questions. We are here to help. Take the time to play around in TSheets app before you first time clocking in. If you make any errors in TSheets, text your dispatcher during business hours and they will be able to make those corrections for you. If there are any other items within TSheets you would like to see videos on how to, please reach out to Teresa in the office and she will get to work on those for you. Thank you and be safe.